Hello everybody, it is I, U2Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Easter Mater, first released in 2017 as part of the Easter Cars diecast line. Mater was originally released with a little basket and a different tow hook. It was also released with, not this McQueen, he was released with the painted Easter McQueen. I didn't bring him out just because this one was closer to me, and this is from the, newer Easter line after 2021 re-released, Easter Buggy and brought this guy in. And Easter Buggy came back for 2022. A couple years later, we got this Easter sideline that has been since 2024 consistent across the Cars diecast line. It's been like an annual thing, much like the other holiday cars, the wintertime cruisers. This diecast is made in Thailand. Shows just Mater on the back. Should show all 6 of them, but with all the legal information, yeah, they could only really get away with putting one car on here. Been wanting this guy for a while now, and now I have all the Maters with tow hooks, which I didn't intend on doing. This guy also uses the older tow hook mold, not the new one that came out recently, so that's a little disappointing, but an interesting thing. I want to take a moment to, again, appreciate this beautiful card back here. The fact that it's designed like an Easter basket with a bunch of Easter eggs in the background. I've shown it off in previous videos. Go search up the other Easter cars on my channel, but wow. There's this weird, stripe on it. Packaging looks different. Gonna check it out as soon as I open him. Okay, so they did update the packaging. It now includes this little slider here, I guess, to keep the car in place. Let me try sliding just this out. Either that or maybe as additional protection in case the car gets bumped around during shipping. Back in 2024, these guys were really hard to find. These guys were basically impossible to collect in the US. Thankfully, since they've been out multiple times now, they're a lot more common, which is really good because honestly, I think this Easter line is one of the greatest sidelines in the Cars diecast line. Of course, now people are very, wary of expanded universe stuff because for the last couple years, that's been the primary source of new diecast releases, with it starting with Cars on the Road. Then the GRC came out in 2024. Race and Rescue is refused to die. And I'm kind of torn on that. On one hand, yeah, that is a little annoying that movie releases have been, for the most part, sidelined, but I don't hate the expanded universe stuff, with the exception of that second round of Race and Rescue where the cars are slightly different colors. I mean, I guess as a collector, it's better to have a car that's slightly different than to just get straight re-releases with accessories, but at the same time, I don't know, that just feels like a waste. That this is where the budget went. And every other expanded universe line, including original Race and Rescue, was very much worth it. GRC was all repaint, so it made sense to put in the main line. And then Race and Rescue, having new molds was a real bang for your buck. You're paying the same price as a normal car for a very specialized item. But then they just kept doing it. And I'm really hoping 2027 they, kind of slow down from that and give us more items from the movies. But at the very least, the expanded universe designs are at least good, right? I'd say most of them are, solid. So anyways, this Mater is from the book Mater and the Easter Buggy. The plot of the book is that Mater wants to catch the Easter Buggy, of course being this guy right here, who does appear in the book. No spoilers, though. So, yeah, I really wanted Mater, but again, went 2 whole years without owning him, right? I got this guy first, then 2025, I got Ramon and the Easter Buggy himself. I got Easter McQueen at the start of 2025, the paint one. Yeah, so I picked up Mater and Flo at a Target, which is good because originally I thought they were going to be exclusive to Walmart's this year, but no, they're at Target as well. And the fact that this line has been doing so well and it's out in multiple places gives me a lot of hope that maybe one day we'll get a new release from at least the books. I think that'd be nice, at least that Luigi and Guido that was canceled, or maybe Easter Fillmore. That would be really nice. I think there's even an Easter Lizzie. I could be wrong on that though. So enough, parading around. Let's get to the start on actual Mater. So he has this pretty standard expression. His eye plate seems to be based on Race Team Mater, I want to say, or something slightly similar. It's definitely different to the standard Mater expression that we're used to, right? I'd say this one's a little better. I don't mind the original Mater expression. I think for a default expression, this is one of the better ones. I think my only complaint is that, at least on this copy, it's like looking slightly off to the side. I think having the eyes a little closer to the ground looks a lot nicer. Yeah, so I think I don't know, I think that might just be with this. This is the 2026 China Mater. It also has glossier eyelids, which I don't like. This one looks a lot more natural. Oh, wait, are these eyes reused from Mater with Balloon? I think they might have. Because I know Mater with Balloon had like a Thailand variant a while ago. Yeah, just a couple years before this one came out. It's really crazy to me this was one of the last like new Thailand variants of a re-release. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, this was like near the end. Actually, wait, no, I forgot. Again, these cars are made in Thailand still. So we have Vietnam, China, and Thailand all making cars diecasts. I had a theory as to why Thailand was not making cars diecast, but I don't think that's really appropriate for this video. But I don't know. I didn't think about that in the store. Now I feel a little bad, but oh well. These are the last two Thailand variants I needed. Again, Mater and Flow. Mater is basically what you'd expect a Mater to look like. He looks identical to just your regular Mater, aside from the eyes. And this is, of course, the side pattern that Mater gets. It's very abstract, just a bunch of circles, but I like it. That seems like the kind of thing Mater would do for Easter. Just something just kind of random like that. Just kind of put a bunch of stuff on him. Interestingly, none of the tow Mater towing and salvage text is completely stripped here. You know what's interesting is that like this is before Cars 2. In case you couldn't tell by this guy right here, Mater in the Easter buggy happens before he meets Finn and Holly and stuff. So like, I guess this is before he decided he wasn't going to paint over his dents or something. Very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I just realized nobody ever talks about the fact that this book also takes place after Doc's passing, because again, Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen, the entire reason that it's called that is in memoriam of the Hudson Hornet. That's kind of grim, but I don't know, just something I never thought about until just now. Of course, he has his back tail lights. He has the lights up top. A113. This Mater doesn't have a bent tow hook, which I like. A lot of Maters come with bent tow hooks, which makes sense given how they're packaged, but also kind of annoying. Anyways, before I spin him around, I'm going to quickly show off the connection feature. That's right, Mater can tow McQueen, especially Thailand McQueens with their really weird back wheels. Let me try it, connecting him from the front, and yeah, you see that? I'm pushing like the most straight back and forward. I don't know what this McQueen's problem is. Yeah, that's how the tow hook works. Here's the other side. Oh yeah, no, this is the right color of Mater's back wheels. I thought it was like white instead of like teal, but no, they've always been kind of white. And then finally a look at the base, U50A. So yeah, this is after T, which was the, I think that was 2025 was T. So let me check the Easter buggy. Yep, TU. Made in Thailand. So overall, I'm just happy to have this Mater. I wanted to get him specifically, again, just because he's the main character of the book. Would be kind of weird if I didn't have Easter Mater. Only one more Easter car for me left for me to review. It's not going to make sense because I'm not sure if I'm going to put this video as a poll. I've been debating going back to polls, but anyways, that's all I had for today. Hope you all enjoyed the review, and I shall see you all around. Bye-bye.